Hi, so this is VibeStudio. It's an open source vibe coding platform that you can launch as your own. We got pro versions for enterprises. We got the Mac and Windows version out. You can download it. I already have, and you can install it just like you would anything else on Mac. And once done, launch it from your applications folder. Click on the Start Server button. It takes a couple of minutes. So what's going on here is that you've obviously used platforms like Lovable and Versal's V0 and whatnot. So they have a cloud-based container which will stage the app that you've built, you've vibe coded, and it'll show you the app working within that container, which they control. What's happening here is that you're getting sovereign control over your application because the container itself is actually running on your machine. There's no vendor lock-in. You can see the files, plain and simple. Right. And you can see here, it's running now. And we need to set up the project settings first. You need to choose your LLM provider of choice, as well as you'll need a GitHub access token, which when you click on that link, you'll be taken here. You can create one, and I've just copied the one that I've gotten here. I've already pasted it here, and you need to save that. I already had. So we're going to ask it to create a beautiful but professional hedge fund website called XWest. You'll see why I chose the name. It's going to be similar to arkinvest.com. And we need a investor dashboard. Where the investors can see how their investments are performing. Also, we are going to map a domain to this server, which is going to be served from your system, mind you, your local machine. So we are asking it to add xwest.co, which is the domain that we already have, into its config file so that it allows the domain to be mapped to this particular app we're creating. You can see that it's processing the files, it's setting up the environment, it's going to start writing files now. Just to show you what we're talking about, arkinvest.com, there's this famous serial investor called Kathy Wood, and she's the one who's running this. Big believer in Tesla, SpaceX, and a lot of futuristic technologies. And yeah, when you hit the code button, it actually shows you in streaming the files as they're being written. And you can see that xwest.co has been added to the white config, and you can see which file it's working on right now. And you can see the code being generated on the right. I'm going to speed up the video just a bit. This is probably going to go on for 3 to 4 more minutes. And in the interest of your time, I'm just going to speed it up. But remember, it's going to take a while. This is an open source product. It's going to keep getting better. But right now, this is where it's at. So we've sped up the video. It's going in 3x now. So all of these files are residing in your computer. It's actually creating a lot of subpages as well, research and whatnot. Just nice. We'll have a lot more to go on. So that's the dashboard with the sample values to be shown to the investors. There's even a funds page where it shows various funds that the hedge fund has floated and which is open for investing, I guess. So these are the files that is created so far. And it's finishing the about section now. I guess it's just populating sample values as it sees fit. And this is using Cloud 4. I guess we're at the very end. Oh yeah, this is the best part. So it even creates a new favicon. It's not the favicon we will want, but at least it's not trying to pull a Lovable on you and give you Lovable's favicon so that people know you're using it. It seems to be done, but we have an error. This happens with Lovable and other platforms as well. And just like you would deal with it there, I'm asking it to check for errors and make it work. Oh, I think I should have copied the error message and used that as the input. It would have made it more efficient. Okay, still working on it. Not promising. Do we keep our fingers crossed or do we actually take action? Well, yep. Meanwhile, like I said, this is a open source software. You can use it for personal or commercial purposes as you see fit, and you can rebrand it and run it as your own. All of the source code is available in our GitHub page. You can access it from our website, which is VibeStud.io. Thought we were super clever naming it that way. Looks like we're not so clever after all. Let's see what it's working on. It seems skeleton loaders actually give you a sense of comfort. Not in this case. Yep, I'm engaging. I'm copying this error message and I'm stopping its flow. And I'm going to say, getting this error, think step by step and make it work. And get the error in quotes. You know, I'm going to embrace the failure here and try and think this is a good way of showing you what you may run into so that you don't get scared. And don't get scared now. It's still processing. I have a good feeling about this time. Yes, and we are rewarded. Thank you, universe. So the site is up and running now, and it is still being edited. You can browse it if you want, but it's going to keep refreshing as it is being actively developed. All right, it's building. All of these buttons are disabled for now until it's fully functioning. What we can do meanwhile is we can select this particular port. Oh yeah, you see these two ports. One is for you giving this URL out as a service so that others can use your system. And this one is to map a domain name to this app that we've created. Well, the app is up now, so it should load. Is it up? Yep, it is. Yay! There we are. So you can see the favicon is an A because I think we told it to get inspired from ArcInvest. Why isn't the dashboard? Okay, it's still building. I'm sorry, VibeStudio. Okay. What is it doing though? Yep, we're done. I hope we're done. This should work now. Let's refresh. Yes. The investor portal also works. Working graph, working chart, dynamic user control of elements. Oh yeah, the inner pages that it created. Various funds, the hedge fund has floated. We can correct a whole bunch of these just by chatting it up with VibeStudio. What we're going to do now is add a custom domain, just like you would on Vibe coding platforms. And we have the domain name xwest.co, as we already spoke about this. And this is the A record that you would need to add in your domain provider. Could be GoDaddy, could be Network Solutions. And once it's done, it will verify it and you're good to go. Copy the domain name and you're live. You can share this with anybody, anywhere on the internet, and they'll be able to load this app that you've created by just talking with AI on any device they want to view it from. Right, and yeah, it's got all of the inner pages and the dashboard that we asked it to create, and it is all navigable from the custom domain. You can look at the files here. And you can see the xwest.co domain was added as well because we just asked it to, which is it being a good vibe coding platform. Oh yeah, The reason it's not up is we stopped it. So we click run again, and we go and try it back up, and it works. So this is VibeStudio, creating a hedge fund app with a dashboard for investors, just because we asked it to. You have the network settings here, the server info, and if you are not easily scared and want to see some low-level stats, this is where you go. If you want to see it visualized in a slightly better way, there you have it. And if you'd rather not see all of these, just do that. Cheers.